Education in the digital age. The topic I've decided to talk about is the evolution of technology in the classroom. I'm going to start off talking about the timeline of technology in the classroom, as this is an important part of evolution in technology. Fisher and Pry in 1971 argued that technological evolution consists of substituting a new technology for the old one. For example, schools have progressively adopted new technologies such as interactive whiteboards, iPads, computers, and Chromebooks, and other technologies that help students with their learning. Interactive whiteboards have replaced chalkboards, which are used as educational technology in the classroom in 1890. In 1957, Skinner created a teaching machine that allows students to learn at their own pace, and in 1925, Thomas Edison produced film projectors as he hoped that by inventing the projector, he would be able to eliminate books from classrooms and replace them with visual instructions. Also, in the modern classroom, students are using iPads to access e-book reading apps for learning instead of textbooks, and the investment in emerging technologies such as virtual reality has grown. Digital literacy in the classroom. Digital literacy is referred as being able to use a wide range of technology tools for a number of reasons. For example, technology has invaded all parts of our life, including our personal, professional, and social lives. To better equip students to become effective citizens of society, educators must have digital literacy abilities. Fall 2014 has said the stuff of digital literacy is materialized in phones, screens, tablets, and other complex digital literacy artifacts that spill into the stuff of everyday life. Also, schools, colleges, and universities encourage the use of ICT in all subject areas in the curriculum, as digital literacy helps increase student subject knowledge and technology helps improve the teaching and learning in the classroom. New literacy studies and technology in the classroom. Literacy has developed to include a set of skills that go beyond reading and writing, such as comprehension. Lewittel 2004. The ideological model positions literacy as social practice which varies depending on context. Therefore, its practices and meanings are always contested. They are always rooted in a particular worldview, and for literacy to dominate to marginalize others. Street 2003. Literacy also allows us to complete the curriculum. Some may argue traditional approaches to learning are better, but new literacy studies represent how to use technology in the classroom and ways of learning and understanding, and not just by reading and writing, as using technology will engage children more than reading. For example, children may prefer watching a movie than reading a book, as it may be more interesting for them. Identity and digital practice. Social cultural theorist Wenger describes identity as the way of being in the world. Social science researchers have embraced the concept of identity as the missing link between learner and its social cultural concept. Wenger, 1998. According to Mies and Olsen, 1997, when students use technology as a tool or support for communicating with others, they've taken an active part rather than passively receiving information from a teacher, textbook, or broadcast. Student is making decisions about how to generate, retrieve, manipulate, and how to show information. Identity and technology in the classroom. In 1991 and Bowman in 2004 convincingly argued that identity in the late modern world is contingent, multiple, and malleable. It suggested that the individual is active in producing and performing an ongoing narrative of themselves in the classroom. Liv and Wenger in 1991 argued for an examination of schooling as a place for construction of identities through classroom communities of practice. For example, in these communities, students utilize the tools and discourses, characteristics of particular academic community and to gain expertise, because more central in the community practices. Theoretical perspective encourages students to participate in learning communities in ways they build their identities as proactive inquirers. Scholars of digital literacies explore issues about identity that focus on the relationship between identity and learning, as well as how different technologies and social contexts they enable or allow learners to develop identities and improve language learning. The use of ICT and pedagogy in the classroom. We must evaluate the affordance of the entire learning environment, which include the teacher and other students, while analysing pedagogy in the use of ICT in education. A range of tools can be accessible through the online learning environment students explore, use and evaluate. Stock 2012. Because learning in the digital age helps students master concepts and skills through these connections. Children can now create their own visual and oral stories and record them as many times as they want. Before the digital age, children would only read and write, but now thanks to digital literacy, they have options of using technology to help them with learning. Furthermore, technology can be used anywhere around the school, even at home or even in a library. The teachers' values and beliefs about the usefulness of ICT for learning have been demonstrated to be relevant, because teachers can help children through ICT as children are learning more information from technology than from textbooks. Teachers also depend on this as they use information from internet to teach children as well as using textbooks. The usage of ICT in the classroom has been shown to improve student results. However, how a computer is used as a learning and teaching instrument and how the computer changes pedagogical practices determines the amount of ways in which ICT may do this. Wildman 2015. The pros and cons of technology. Thanks for listening.